Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on top left side as the green Chinese, we got 194, the Great Unicom. Small on bottom the right side as the pink Malians, we have a foreign name. When it comes to this map, it's sparse on wood, but you get the large stone gold here, which the Malians will get the better mining pit there, more saturation. You also get trading posts in the deep corners as well, so we could see the same trade network being very useful. Some huts going on up. Village here, not big surprise. We've got Imperial official supervising the collection of the sheeple. This map does have a large number of sheeple on the map. Collecting up wood there to get the mining pit up and going, getting it fully saturated. Looks like both players find a adequate number of sheep. When it comes to other map generation, small gold deposit behind for pink, so that's probably the second mining pit will go. Third here, and fourth one probably over here. For green, he has a large gold back here, small gold back here as well, so pretty even. Green's a bit more defensible. Small stone, similar to here as well. And another small gold here. So it looks like map generation is pretty even. And I really hate this map, the resources sparse. I always find maps with more food more fun to play. Oh, looks like green finds more sheeple. We got the Imperial Academy going on up. Maybe better put the Imperial Academy near the mining camps. It's a large one. You're going to get a lot of extra taxes there. So I think the Imperial Academy with the improved tax generation is poorly placed. I really do think it should be... I think people should put the more tax generation a bit more thoughtful, put more thought of where it actually goes. Because I always sort of wonder as well, what happens if you go with like Imperial Academy, then granary, and put farms around it? How much tax it would generate if it's in range of all three granaries? I think people can maximize the usage of the increased tax generation and drop off to more effect, to say the least. We have multiple horsemen on the build queue of the Chinese player. The Malian player has still not finalized the age up, going to Monster Quarry. No Sultani trade network. And there's a stable there, eyeing for stability in his own life as well. Maybe going for some sofas, could be for warrior scouts. In this age, or this dynasty, the Chinese player have better scouts. Cattle ranch is going on up. Got to keep those doggies rolling. 26 versus 22 sheeple. That is a villager. Trying to get to the villager there. Did impale the horse or the scout. The Vanguard Scout's naming scheme is also incorrect. If it's something that's available in age early, it should be considered early. Vanguard if it's 2 ages early. But since the Warrior Scout is no Warrior Scout in age 2, it should be called an early scout, not a Vanguard Scout. So this naming scheme is just off. That's my big gripe on that name. Chinese villagers here? He's going for the Barbican of the Sun here? That's a... Okay, hello. Barbican of the Sun going on up, which is a healthy outpost. Villagers coming forward as well. They have axes ready to go for some chopping. I guess like orcs. We do have now the sofas here. Sofas are taxed lower than the other heavy cavalry. Of course, they're far cheaper than other cavalry and have less armor. There's a Bardic in the Sun. Song Dynasty as well, so he gets faster villager generation. Green killed off 3 villagers. Imperial officials here, getting some good supervision. I do like the Chinese music in Age of Empires 4. It reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. At least was it 2, where it has, or 3 had a lot of Chinese music going. Dun, 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 dun. I like that music. The deep bass strings. I just like it. We do now have 3 sofas, 1 Vanguard Scout. Going for 4th sofa. It's not yet the Sofa King. Pit mine's about to go on down. And no additional pit mine has been established down south. Actuality, look at that. There's actually no build radius there, so there'll be a poor pit mine there. That's where he's going for his pit mine. Scout or horseman heading back up north. Got some spearmen now being blown in the field. He has 1 spearman. More sofas being deployed in the field. Sofas do have +2 damage versus infantry, so against heavy or against infantry, they have the same damage as early knights and rural knights in this age. Of course, they have slower attack speed and less health, but only versus infantry. Versus other stuff, they don't have a charge attack, they don't have, among other things. They're still pretty nice cavalry. After all, they are pretty cheap heavy cavalry, costing 180. They generally perform better than Keshiks, I usually see. Does get a nice impalement there, taking out some of these villagers. Spearmen's intercepting. Of course, Song Dynasty, it does allow better villager production, but don't get careless by throwing villagers away. Villagers build, lose 5 seconds of build time, so they build 25% faster. Got a outpost here, total outpost. Good number of spearmen going for outpost here. Arrow volley there on some of these horsemen. His force heading down south. We got a good number of spearmen, horsemen here. We got a handful of Malian archers now in the field. Scout may get picked off. Bardican's son firing away. Villagers heading to the mining pit, or mining camp they're trying to establish. Bardican's son's at full health. A single battery ram can clean it up, but sometimes it's not as easy as would imagine. Zunchnu, spearmen now on the build queue of the Chinese player. Zunchnu's, of course, are good versus low armored units. So if they have 1 less armor, they can receive 2 damage per bolt this age, which means 6 damage per volley, which is nice, not perfect, but not bad either. Somewhere in between. In comparison to an archer, where they can do get up 6 damage, so 2 versus 3 armor, so 3 damage per arrow versus 6 damage per volley. So they are going better than archers against sofas. Or should I say, Zunchus will be better than archers versus sofas. Oh, I thought it was a mining camp, not a lumber camp. My mistake. It's some sort of camp. They're going camping. Sofas. Well, let's see. We've got 5 spearmen here. No upgrade on this outpost. Archery range going on up. Archery range here as well. Imperial examinations here. Good number of Malian archers in the field. Over here we do have, oh, looks like this mining pit has been found. It'll take a bit of time to clean this all up. But right now the Chinese player is in a pretty commanding position. Malian players are far from aging up. Chinese players equally as far. Chinese player has 51 villagers, 39 versus 39 versus 51 military units versus 31, not 39. And the Chinese player is going for more spearmen, more Zunchus. When it comes to army value, however, army value right now is 4,000 versus 4,600, so green does have an advantage, but the advantage is small. So far it's a bit more expensive, of course. So if let's find a handful of these villagers, maybe textiles would be nice. That's kind of right, he may need +1 melee damage to help hit those villagers because they're being left with minimal health. +1 range damage being researched by the Malian player. The Chinese player has all the research almost complete, all the blacksmith research, barring siege engineers. Nope, he actually has that as well. Maybe military academy. Either way, these Zunchus going to be hitting pretty hard now since he does not have +1 range armor yet. He went for that second. That was a bad call. Against Zunchus, you want to go for range armor first, not range damage. So now these Zunchus are going to do 9 damage per volley against the sofas. They do get caught though. It will report to archers. They're going to do 15 damage per volley against these archers, which is quite painful, to say the least. Spearman does get some damage there. Archers firing away. The Zunchus push right forward. Sofa's connecting. Spearman maybe a little bit too far back. Zunchus numbers have been greatly called down and does manage to strike some villagers over here again. Green slowly getting whittled down. Destroyed value 5,200 versus 3,200, so very much in favor of pink by 2,000 value. When it comes to villager count, though, Voss killed 5, killed 6, so pretty even there. Though up here, it's still in favor of green. Though he may have both sides some idle villagers there, but I think green may have failed to build some villagers. Maybe the queue's been a bit trouble. Food. Oh, he is eating the berries quickly on the map. Berries historically have not been nutritious, and they don't last very long in this game unless you have a civilization that goes for them. Bit of volley there on those horsemen. Archers get a bit of volley there. Zunchus sort of fire away. He actually canceled +1 range armor. Oof, I don't think that was a good idea for the Malian player. He's taking a lot of extra damage there. His Malian's taking 50% increased range damage because of that. Maybe the blacksmith got destroyed. Thinking about it, that could have been the case. I wasn't paying attention to what structures got torched. If the blacksmith went down for the Malian player, that is a massive loss. That's a blacksmith, isn't it? Whoops. I don't usually have to worry about, upgrades being interrupted all too often in this game, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, he lost a blacksmith, which means these Zunchnews are going to hit even harder. You gotta fix that. You can't be doing a lack of range armor versus the Malians, versus the Chinese. Sofa's moving down south. Got some outposts here. He's trying to clean up some more berries. Spearman trying to sap. Imperial official does take some hits there. Now the warrior scout upgrade going from Vanguard Scouts to Warrior Scouts. You don't get additional bonus damage versus range unless they're veteran Warrior Scouts. Yep, taking 3 damage per bolt is not good. These forces here. Imperial Palace, that is effectively a lighthouse here. Usually see Clockwork Towers a bit more useful overall. But if you manage to get this out and get the veteran Zunchnu and put additional range damage going, these Zunchnus will become even more lethal. That is a good number of archers there. However, we've got a pair of outposts. He's going to be trying to pick off some villagers. He has some villagers he can trade for. Age up looks like will be completed. So far, kills 17 versus 9 villagers. Green still has villager advantage. He hasn't researched the upgrades. He has over 1,000 gold. Malian players going for more archers and sofas and warrior scouts. Against turbo buffed Zunchnus, that's not going to be a good idea. He is going for more Zunchnus. He realized he has the age advantage. He needs the tech advantage to go along with it. He can get additional +2 damage. That would make his Zunchnus do 5 damage per bolt against the sofas, so 15 damage per volley. And that would put him up to 7 times 3 against the archer, so 21 damage per volley. Lancers are still a good call. Palace guards can be nice, but I think Lancers would be a better call, of course. Nice, bulky, heavy cavalry, which this one would not have any proper counter to. Though Spearman can counter, or Donzo. He's missing out the tech advantage. +1 range armor is now on the way to the Malian player. You can still at least have a 2 damage advantage as Zunchnus. If he were to go for it. But it looks like he's just going for Lancers right now. Archers right now do have 6 damage. These Lancers do have 5 range armor, so they're taking 1 damage per arrow. But the veteran Zunchnu upgrade now on the way. A little bit late, I would say. When it comes to destroyed value, they're both pretty even. And these units being green units being siphoned one at a time. Pumbaa is now being obtained over here. Ooh, what is going on here? 2 villagers versus a boar? That is not good. Great way to get gored by the boar. Lancers sort of being sent in one at a time, which is not great. He's going for regular crossbow as well. Go from mill there to pick up that deer. Oh, that's a pile of food there. Nice falling back. Pit mine still has not been reestablished there. He has gone for a pit mine here, not a great one. Alliance is trying to engage. Crossbow trying to hit these sofas. Right now, Peach has more forces in numbers. Chinese player is low on food. Has good amount of food income, but the problem is this map is actually pretty sparse in food. Among other resources. He does have song this, so granaries are a possibility, but this map is also a bit sparse on wood. Does at least have one granary on the field at least. Villagers here are being pursued, and right now the villager count has largely been evened out because Pink's doing a good job calling off all the Green's villagers. I think Green's has been squandering his tech advantage a little bit too much. Hasn't got any additional blacksmith upgrades, and he just hadn't been able to maintain the food income. But now he has a decent core of crossbone. Malian archers, however, engaging them. Has some Zunch news mixed on in. Could be increased even further, proper blacksmith upgrades. Some melee armor probably wouldn't be half bad for the Lancers. Zuchus does clean up those crossbowmen, or not crossbowmen, archers. And these sofas falling back, 3 of them almost dead, one's pretty healthy. More sofas, more archers, another warrior scout. Does get some good hits there. Crossbone do get overrun by the sofas. Lancers starting to fall back. They're now just going for mass Lancers. Problem is the spill still been coming in ones and twosies and being picked off one at a time. These sofas now being intercepted by 3 Lancers. Sofas do move faster than Lancers by a small margin. Malian players are out of wood, has some gold to work with, plenty of food at the moment. Chinese players are out of gold, food, and very little wood as well, so both players scraping bottom barrel. I wonder how many cattle ranches he has. It says he has 13 out of 20 cows, and it looks like a number of cattle ranches. Does get a bit of impalement there. Archers are getting picked off there. Lancers does not get impalement there. Couple sofas up north, no spear intercept, no even cannoneer slits here. Chinese player please not having collected up a single pebble yet. Excuse me. Drink went down the wrong pipe. Lance is falling on back. Looks like the Malian player is starting to pull out one Danzo. No hardened Danzo upgrade on the upgrade queue just yet. Survival techniques now being reached by the Chinese player. That's an interesting time for it. Let's hit some of the Malian villagers. The Malians so far killed 42 villagers with 17. Grand Fulani Corral now being researched. We'll give him a good spike of income. Though it does need more cows in the field. Pet impalement there on some of those villagers. These villagers trying to carry wood, which the Malian player was lacking for a bit of time. Oh, villagers actually going to stand and fight. That's dangerous, to say the least. The villagers may want to start pulling back on the trees. Hardened Danzo was that veteran sofa. Villagers take some damage there. Sofa's turning around. Pink's going to stand and fight. Pink's going to be losing a decent number of villagers. Got some crossbowmen and Zushdus up here. And it looks like Pink is just going to stand, hold the line, and a good number of these villagers are going to be called down to 30, 29. Yep, that game's now in the bag for green. And Pink does back of the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.